Greetings from the offices of Heritage Wealth Management. It's been a couple of weeks since I spoke to you last, and I thought I'd share some of the observations and such that I've had here. Um, One of the big observations I have is with this recession, we came into this recession with a very strong global economy. We didn't have a financial crisis, we didn't have the dot com bubble, we didn't have a housing bubble, some of the things that we've seen in these last downturns. So we came into this recession with a very strong economy. It was basically just shutting down the economy that caused this. And because of this, I think what we will see as we go through this recession and as we come out of this, we could see a pretty significant rebound from this. Some other things I've observed, we have very proactive Federal Reserve Bank here in town. In the country. They are doing all kinds of things basically to make sure the financial system continues to function properly. We've seen quite a significant equity bounce off the bottom. This is that period I've talked about. They actually call it stabilization, which in my opinion really is more a period of volatility. And I would fully expect that we'll continue to see volatility as we work our way through this. But what the market is really trying to do is see, when is that recovery going to happen? One of the positives that came out this week is the airlines, for the first time since this crisis started, have seen more reservations and cancellations. So maybe a little glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. But as we begin to reopen the United States, kind of state by state, and they reopen Europe and much of Asia is already open, as people become more comfortable and feel safe about going about and doing things, we will get this economy going again. We don't know if that will be in the third quarter or the fourth quarter or the first quarter of next year, but we know it will happen. And I think the other thing that's going to come out of this is they talk about how unprecedented this is. This is the sixth drop of 30% or more in the US equity market since World War II. So yes, setting the virus aside, I think we're going to see this looks an awful lot like other recessions we've experienced. So we'll have to wait and see, but I think we are beginning to see some positive signs here as we work through this. My coach has recommended a couple things here for me I wanted to share with you. And number one is to make sure you're taking care of yourself, both physically and emotionally. And one of those things might be to limit, again, media exposure. The news is going to be so negative that I think you need to minimize what you're watching there to help yourself just psychologically. The second thing is, during this time of shutdown when we don't have these other activities to do, is, are you learning any new capabilities? Maybe reading new things. It's also a great time, sort of self-reflection. As crazy as life was before the shutdown, are there things that you were doing that you were obligated to do that maybe you don't want to do as we reopen our lives back up again? But a great time to look at what's truly important to me, who's truly important to me, and what changes do I want to make going forward. And then finally, what are we doing, or what am I doing, what are we doing for other people? Charities are really desperate right now. Giving has gone down. So maybe we can't get out there and get our hands dirty helping others right now, but we can definitely give to charities. The other thing I've mentioned over and over again is reach out to those that are truly quarantined, that are locked up, and just see how they're doing. Check in with them. The other thing is, this is Memorial Day weekend. It's the official kickoff of summer. So as we remember those that have served our country in the past, but also serving our country now, reach out to family and friends and just let them know that you're thinking about them and that you care about them. So from all of us at Heritage, take care, be safe, have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and we will talk again soon.